Hi, my name is Wilx, and this is episode 1 of Project Ozone 3. I'm quite excited about this pack. I've been waiting over 2 years for it. Hope you're excited about it too. I'm using the Faithful 32 resource pack like normal. I've spent a couple of hours looking at the configs. I really didn't learn that much for the amount of time that I spent in there just checking different things out to see what was what. I discovered that extreme reactors have a fuel usage multiplier of 9, so they use 9 times as much yellorium, but a power production multiplier of 1, so that no extra power. For instance, in Project Ozone 2, they did 12 times as much power. In Project Ozone 1, they did 120 times as much power. The only thing I saw that it really gave a boost to was the mechanism wind generator was doubled in its output. Oh, one other thing, and I don't know what to tell you on this because I don't know turbines for extreme reactors that well. He did a lot of changes to the turbines on energy usage and output. I'm guessing that they're going to cost more steam and they're going to output more power, but I don't know for sure. If somebody understands those things better than I do, let me know in the comments what those changes mean. But that's what I think he's boosted them. I don't know for sure. I'd have to go into a test world and figure it out. I have made, other things that I learned, loot bags. You can get pretty much everything in a common loot bag that you can get in a legendary loot bag. The only thing I noticed that was different was ender pearls didn't start until uncommon. But anything after that, you could get everything in an uncommon that you could get in a... you get everything in an uncommon bag that you could get in a legendary. The legendary just has a smaller table to choose from. Even for the ender pearls, you can still get the nebulous hearts in common loot bags, and they're worth 3 ender pearls each. So I'd still stick to just opening commons, especially if it's automated when you do it. Now, this could change. He could change it dramatically. Most packs, every different update, you got to check it again to find out what they've done to it. But that's it for now. I did make one change to the configuration. I'm having a little bit of trouble with this. I shouldn't say real trouble with this. I'm running at about just under 60 frames per second when I'm recording. I'm fine when I'm not recording, but it doesn't seem to like DxTory, which is my recording software. So I tried to speed things up a little bit at least. For instance... not that. Mod options on foamfix. Now I did this in the config, but I can show it to you here. I changed the client disableTextureAnimations to true. It's by default it's false, and that usually gets you a little bit faster. I didn't directly compare the two, but it's worked for me in the past. And I got rid of all the key conflicts and stuff like that as well. All right, so I am in a Garden of Glass world. I don't particularly like the 2 new worlds he's got, the Noodle or the Abysmal, whatever. Both of them seem kind of depressing to me. I don't want to work in a depressing environment. I've never liked Skylands. The mobs can spawn underneath things and fill up so that you can't use a normal skyblock mob farm easily. So let's get started on all this here. First thing we need to do is take a look at our quests here. Quests. So if we look in here, you'll see this one we can already do. Random act of kindness. Click on that. It's a freebie, so you just click here, you've got it, and you can claim it. And you get 5 rack points. And you use those to pass in to buy your loot chests and things along those lines. and some other specific things. So you get, with each time you do one of these, you get some rack points, as well as the diamond, the dirt, and all the rest of it. So there we go. So how do you use these rack points? Well, for instance, jump to rewards. You see, you can buy these swords and things. That one's 100. Takes 100 rack points. We don't have that yet. But for the basic loot chest, that we can afford. So detect, claim it, back, and you got that one. All right. Take a look at this. We've got gold, we've got aluminum, we've got tin, we've got iron. And I don't know whether I get to use those because you won't get to have them, and I do. Haha. That's one of the better things that I can get at this point in the game. Not so much later on, but right now, yes. Okay, so we have the mana flash like normal there. It's over that square there. So if I put the tree in the middle, that'll force it to be a big tree. I've covered that many times before. There we go. And let's just break a couple before we vein mine the thing. And we'll put that in there. Make ourselves those. Make it into a crafting table. Make ourselves some sticks. Come out to our edge here. That's where the water square is right there. So this sort of marks it so I don't get confused later on. All right. So we already have plenty of those things. And I guess I'll just take down the rest of it. And hope some of it falls on my island. How do we do on apples? 1. That's not very good. Oh well, it'll have to do. All right, let's make ourselves a couple of crates. So we're going to make, that makes 4. Let's do that again. We'll make 2 crates. Crates are, oh, we need sticks and planks, and we have neither of those. Okay. 1, 2. And 2 of those. And we'll put 1. Whoops, not there. Don't fall off. Good. It didn't get destroyed even though I didn't use an axe. All right. Now, if I come in here and I put that in there, yeah, it ends up in this one, not that one. Okay, so now we know that. Let's put this stuff in here. Let's put our books and other things over here. Now, we need some cobble. So we're on Garden of Glass, Shift, right click, and we get some cobble. Now I have a G15 keyboard and I set up a macro key for it to spam that really, really fast. If you don't have something like hardware solution like I do, you can go out and get a software solution, auto clicker, or personally I like auto hotkey. Somebody link a working auto hotkey script for other people to use. I would do it, but I haven't used AutoHotkey in a couple of years. And I'd like somebody to list a script that they know works currently and is working well for them. And you can put it in the comments so other people can use it. So let's get ourselves a whole pile of them. I've got mine set to every 10 milliseconds, so that's like 5 tick ticks. So you can see we're generating this thing pretty damn fast. Okay. Now, I have set some keys. Whoops. Options, controls. Now, actually, these are the defaults. I just got rid of the conflicts. Come on, get in the right spot there. Okay, so to compress one stack is K. To compress all of them is Shift K. So if I come in here, if I press K, let's say over here, it'll do that one stack. If I press Shift K over here, let's say on the first one, it still only does that one stack. But if I go to the last stack, so coming down along here to the last stack, and press Shift K, it does all of them. Let's put some stuff in there, because we need room to put it someplace. Takes a second to do it. All right. So now that we've got that done, normally I would use my diamond to do this, but because I happen to have iron, I'm going to do that, and I get myself an iron chisel. And I'm going to do that and that. And is there a partial? Yeah, there. And I'll get one of those. Then we'll open this up. And I'll do the connected textures one. I'll do that again. I want 2 stacks of those. And I'll try not to take too long to do this, but before I go too far, I don't want to have everything dropping into the void all the time on me. Whoops. I'm going to have to make myself a pick now. Twice. Now, that's what I get for trying to rush. My son's probably laughing at me now. He'd be going way faster than I am. He's amazingly quick at this stuff. Not that he seems to play Minecraft much anymore. It's all his fault I got started in this in the first place. I shouldn't say that. I tried playing Minecraft before. He suggested it to me back in alpha. But I really wasn't getting into it. But then when he started playing it, I decided to join him and then got hooked. Okay, now I want these to, let's see, flash is there. I want, where's my dirt? I'm going to move my little section for these over here. And then I'm going to want everything to come out at least 4 from where the trees are. 2, 3, 4. Okay. You'll have to do for now. You are 1, 2. That makes her 4. We gotta go. Actually, I don't have to go as far out here this side. Okay. Trees. Actually, how are we doing on quests? Yeah, so we need our apples. We've only got 1 apple on us so far. Let's get rid of some of these things. Do we want to bother with crooks? Nah. Yes, we do. What am I thinking? Of course we want to bother with crooks. We're looking for apples. Whoops. $16 of them. Probably more than I need, but we'll go for it. It's definitely more than I need right now, but after this, when I go to do the little worms. The silk, I mean. Is there such a thing as an iron crook? Or something better? I know there's bone, which I don't have yet. How are we doing on our apples? We need more apples. I may not make it through before I have to start cooking some apples prior to my being finished. There we go. We got our apples. We might die doing that. Let's hold off a sec. Let's do that. And we'll grab furnace. There's a furnace there. We've got wood on us. We'll take 2 of those and 3 of these. Stupid thing! I've seen that happen to me before. 2 of those and 3 of these. There we go. Because each of these does 1.5 cooks, at least normally. Let's see how much it does right now. It looks like that's normal. Now, that won't necessarily be true in Titan or whatchamacallit. All right, so, wow, how'd I get 17 apples? I needed 8. I got a whole pile on that last bunch. There we go. Actually, let's put another one in there. And then for the rest of them, I'll do it with tiny charcoal or whatever. Okay, so now we need to do that one more time. And I got lots of worms on me, okay. And we'll make our silk, and then we'll go on and do some other things while it's doing its thing. There we go. Okay. That's plenty of those placed. All right, well, that's doing its thing. Let's make ourselves some sieves. Oh, before we do that, I've done a couple of quests, haven't I? We can claim that one. And we can claim this one. And that gets us to that one. I got that each time I've tried this. Exact same thing each time from those that second level. All right, and I'm not impressed with the juicer. It makes apples 2 shanks, whereas cooking them makes them 4 shanks with lots of saturation. You're done. And then what else is it going to cook? I don't know. Actually, let's cook up 8 wood. Okay. Where was I? You're making your silk. So sieves. I'm going to need 1, 2. I need another one. I don't have it. All right. We're still going to need more planks. There we go. How are we doing on sticks? Not so much on sticks either. Oh, before we make that, let's make ourselves a barrel. This will just get those 2 extra ones out of my inventory. And a crucible. Now we can go back to a sieve. There we go. Don't need that on my inventory right now. Or that. Oh, and in here, you can have that. You can have that. on that. What the water bottles are good for is you can fill them with that water source black that's just underneath me here, and put them in a barrel. It takes 4 water bottles to fill 1 barrel, but it doesn't use up the water source block. So before you have a bucket, you could get water into a barrel that way. Okay. What are we doing there? That looks good. So let's... I didn't put another one in mine yet. How many quicks do we have left? We still have a few. Okay, so we can put our string up here. And what are we doing? Back. Alpha. We're done U. We need our mesh. We want 8 of them. That should give us our quest completed. That's done. Now we're on to flint mesh. So for flint, how are we doing on our cobble there? Quite a bit. Let's just get rid of these guys for now. Over here, let's put that away. And I don't need this many of these things. All right. So cobble. Actually, let's put some of them away, just so I don't use them all. Shift K. $49, will that do us? Yeah. One, two, three, 4, 5. Don't fall off the edge here. Oh, I know what I didn't make myself. A hammer. Do I want to make an iron hammer instead? Nah. Because you'll be using a stone hammer and you need to see how much or how little it actually uses. There we go. So that used about 1/4 of the stone one. So now that we've got these, we can turn them into gravel. Then we'll take 3 stacks of them, turn them into flint. That gives me 64. How's that doing for my... we need 6 times 10. No, 6 times 6, 36 more. We'll just do, that's a few extra. Okay. Come on. Okay, so we got our 16 of those. Oh. I want to put, I have to do something else before I place those. Oh, let's, how many quests have we done? we got 15 there. Oh, that's it. So let's do this quest here, because I want to place that directly behind this. Oh, and I also want another... Great, let's do 2 more, so I got 1 to spare. I hate having to come back here each time and get them. Crates. 1, 2. There we go. And I'm gonna, this is where I'm gonna put all my sieved stuff. Then over here, we're going to make our tinkerer's tables. So we need to get one of those. Oh, we need to make that. Let's make 20 of them, I guess. And then we need, oh, another. Actually, we need two more of those. And tool station, part builder, pattern chest, stencil table. I forget how to make the part crate. No, part chest. Oops. Oh, no, that's the pattern chest. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. No problem. I like how the pattern chest is now full height, not a partial height. All right, now that those things are all in place, don't need that on the hotbar, we can place these out here. On those 4, yeah, that sounds good. Need my wand on my bar here. Now the reason I'm doing them as 16 is so that a stack of 64 is divisible by 16. It takes 4 tries to do an entire stack. Much better than doing it like a 3 by 3 or something. Where are they? They're there. Normally at this point I would be sieving up a bunch of these, but you don't really need to see that because I already have some metals to work with. So that's going to save us some time on screen at least. But you saw how I got the gravel, and I'd save a whole bunch of gravel and a whole bunch of other things and go that way. All right, so where are we? That one, claim those. And we got 20 now, so we can go 1 further. Greater loot chest. Let's see what we get for that. One rack. Well, no, hold it. 35 rack, not 1 rack. So we turn 20 into 35. What's the next level up? 40. We're almost to that one. Okay. I would rather have something interesting, though. See, one of the things we're working towards is we want a bucket, but buckets are more difficult than normal. Bucket takes iron plates. Now, I can think of a few different ways of getting there. You can use a crushing table, or you can use a casting table with a plate cast, or a casting table with a bucket cast, for that matter. You can make a stone bucket. You can't pour anything with a stone bucket, but you can use it to make a cast. Or we could set up a mob farm and do it that way. But I think mob farm is going to be for next episode, not this episode. So what are we doing this episode? Actually, further down here, where is it? It wants me to make one iron mesh at least. Okay, so we'll make at least one. Completed. Claim. Back. Oh, rewards. We can get an epic loot chest. Now, I might be better off trying to save these up and do it that way. Well, notice I'm ignoring these blood moons and stuff. I'm not worrying about it because I'm in a single player game and nothing is 32 away, or sorry, 24 away from world spawn, which is that square right there. Let's see what we get. Lily pad of fertility. I wonder how, oh, we got 3 of them. Not that impressive. If it had been lots of them, that would have been. But still, good. No questions, good. Crushing table. This guy here, we need 3 aluminum. Some stone slabs, so we got to make some stone. Haven't done that yet. Do we have cobble? Yeah. Why don't I just make... we'll do it after this one. Tiny cobble, so I don't have to count anymore. So we need 3 stone for that. What else did we need? We need aluminum. We need planks. That's it. But after we get that, we're going to need a hammer. Oh, way too many hammers. Let's try at Magneticraft. Oh, we're getting blood magic. Magneticraft. I assume we can do it with a stone hammer. I do not know whether we can do it with a stone hammer or not. Okay, we'll make that into stone slabs. And then, what was that, a crushing? Oh, that was probably on the page I was just on. Crushing table. All right. So, where are you going to go? I think I'm going to put you over here. Actually, I'll put it right up in there. Now, what we do with that is we take ourselves some iron. Put an iron on there. Oh, yeah. There we go. Got to right click it. I was left clicking. I was breaking this thing, the crushing table. All right, so now we can take that. We can do that and make ourselves a bucket. So I'm going to want to use a trapdoor, which is like that. And it goes right here. So I'm going to stand on top of it and fall down in and catch my piece of dirt. Oh, I didn't fall in. Oh, now I've fallen in and my dirt's already gone. Oh, well, who cares? I can get more dirt easily. Okay. And then we're going to take our barrel and those things. And I think I'll put my barrel right here. Where'd my water bottles go? Oh, they went up here for some reason. Then we can use our bucket and pick it up. And we have our bucket of water that way. All right, so we are going to need to make a water source block somewhere. Anyways, actually, we have probably taken enough time for today. I'll think about where I want to place it, how I want to lay it out, do all those things off camera. So you can see how I'm going to make my automated source that way. Or my infinite source, I should say, not automated. And we can close that up so I can walk over it later. Well, that's it for this episode. Off camera, I'm going to do a whole pile of sieving and set things up there. I'm going to lay out, enlarge my base, lay out most of a manual mob farm. Get that set up for you so I don't waste time next time. But that's it for this episode. I hope you learned something new. Go out there and have some fun. Thanks.